going on, guys? It's Rishabh here from Tech Rush, and in this video we're going to do a thought video regarding the top 8 things regarding what's going to come new in 2018. So let's get started. First up is actually the smartphone cameras are going to get even better. Yeah, I think smartphone cameras are already fantastic. Like I have on my Pixel, and I'm currently using a Pixel, and that camera is fantastic. It's totally amazing. It clicks amazing photos, clicks amazing pictures, and other cameras like on the Galaxy Note 8, the OnePlus 5T, the iPhone 10, in the Google Pixel 2 XL, and the Google Pixel 2. These cameras and I believe the Google Pixel as well. So the cameras will definitely a lot better, and I really hope the dual camera is not very useful in the market, so they revert back to the single camera, because the dual camera takes a lot of time to process the photos and just get the job done. I think that's it, or is this something else? I guess I think it's something else, because dual cameras help in telephoto and they're amazing. They should be there, but alongside with the single cameras are important. Second of all, the trend in 2018 is going to be the under display fingerprint scanner. Yes, as rumored with the OnePlus 6 launch in March 2018, this feature is going to be embedded in the smartphones. That is going to clear up a lot of new space for a lot of manufacturers to embed new designs into the phones, and the fingerprint scanner moving under the glass is therefore the best thing that has happened to the smartphone ever. Because for example, on older phones 2013, 2014, like the iPhone 5s, the you know iPhone 6, etc., that came out, and even phones like Samsung's Galaxy S6 and Galaxy S7, these phones actually came out with the fingerprint scanner on the top, on below the screen. Like the Galaxy S8 now it's behind, and the Google Pixel and the Google Pixel 2, Google Pixel 2 XL, and the Google Pixel XL, they came with the rear mount fingerprint scanner, which is far more convenient to unlock the phone. And along with that, coupling that with iris scanner, which is actually the next part of the video. So let's move on to the next part. The next part is better iris scanning. The third part of the video is actually the better iris scanning, because this is very important, because phones like iPhone 10, the OnePlus 5T, the Galaxy S8 Plus, the Galaxy Note 8, and the Galaxy S8, yes, yeah, and these phones actually are the first ones to actually support the iris scanning. I I think it'll be amazing for more phones in this price point or lower than the price point to actually support iris scanning. So let's fingers crossed. I mean, the more phones come out and support these iris scanning features, and that also gets me on to my fourth part of the video. That is the tablets getting bezel-less. I mean, this will be a revolution, because tablets are the biggest screens we have right now after our desktops and our laptops. So they're like close to the desktops. And I know there are a couple of hybrids out there, like the Lenovo Yoga, the Microsoft Surface, the Google Pixel C, and the iPad Pro 10.5 with the keyboard. So they are like a couple of hybrids available. And 2018 is the year where I think they should all go bezel-less, because if they go bezel-less, you'll get more display and less of hardware. And yeah, I think it has some of its pros and cons as well. And and I think they should actually go bezel-less, because it'll be amazing. You'll be able to see more content on the bigger screen. You'll be able to, browse more, and you'll have more screen real estate than on the current tablets. So I think 2018 is the year where tablets should actually go bezel-less. Yeah, bezel-less. Yeah, I think that moves on to the next part. The next part is software experience getting even better and more cleaner, because I think a couple of years back, when I used the Samsung Galaxy Grand 2, and when I used I guess the Nokia Lumia, you might remember it in the video, and their software was totally, I mean, it was a mixed bag. It was both nice, both bad, but I think in 2017, softwares have taken a different turn. For example, Android 8.1 Oreo iOS 11.1.2. These softwares, I think they are one of the best available right now because I think they have run one of the smoothest. They have they taper the background processes and you know everything. They're stronger, they're more intelligent, and they are like more efficient. And other thing that they are more interactive and they're more user friendly. And other thing is that they are more productive ready softwares because and for multitasking and multi windows. And I think in 2018 the software should actually focus on the bigger screen, for example the tablets and the desktop, etc. They should be the main focus of 2018. And I think iOS 11 is doing a fantastic job in that because on the iPad when I used iOS 11 I felt that it was already there because it had those drag and drop functionality. You can access draw from anywhere on the screen, etc. And that thing is just amazing. Whereas I felt when I used an Android tablet, alongside, no, not alongside, but after an iPad, using an iPad, I felt that it was kind of behind the some behind the productivity of the iPad because I felt that iPad had more productive things. And I think 2018 is the year where Android should actually focus more on tablet optimized apps for the specific tablet devices. And I'm really hoping that Google actually releases an Android tablet in 2018. So other than that, the next moving on to the next trend is actually the Bluetooth speakers. Regarding the Bluetooth speakers, will more Bluetooth speakers will actually start incorporating AI services like Alexa and Google Assistant, because I think already Bluetooth speakers are actually incorporating Alexa and Google Assistant in. But I think in 2018 more Bluetooth speakers will actually incorporate assistants like Google Assistant and you know services like Google Assistant and Alexa. So I guess the next gets me into the next point is the more availability of the Google Home, Google Home Mini, Google Home Max, and Google Home of the Google Home series. So I believe that it's only currently available in Canada, the US, the UK, Japan, etc. Not Japan, I guess, and Europe. Yeah. So I think it should be available in Japan and yeah, especially India. Yeah, India is a big market. I know that, and more countries, Australia and even I guess what am I saying? And even countries like you know Africa. No, not Africa. I guess it's going to be country is basically going to be China also. I guess no. Korea. Yeah, South Korea. Yeah, South Korea, and mainly and it's going to be available in countries like South Korea, India, US, like Australia, and even Japan. Yeah, and even countries like countries all over Asia. I mean, whole of Asia is going to be. I'm really hoping Google brings the products to all over Asia, including Japan, India, you know, Russia, and Australia. So these four countries, I want the Google Home to actually be launched in, and that will be amazing because these four countries already have these things that the Google Home Mini, Max, or the normal Google Home can actually work here. So that moves on to my okay, how many part I've done? I guess 5. Yeah, I have done 5 parts. So I mean, let's move on to my 6th part, which I think smartwatches. I mean, smartwatches had seen a gradual decline in 2017 and 2016 because they were not many people bought them, and they were actually just going out of stock, and mainly smartwatches running Google's Android Wear out of the box, and Google's Android Wear Google's Android Wear is actually a very basic and it's a very good OS, and I personally use it, and I think I loved it because it brings those card side notifications. I've used actually an older version of it, not an older version. I think I've used it, so it's pretty good. And Google will, I think, I hope companies like Google, Samsung, LG, and other like Fossil, especially Fossil, make an effort to you know just push those, I mean, not push, but get those smartphones out quickly and to more people, and with better things like better apps, and better user experience, and better you know looks, and even better uh, better efficiency of the whole OS. So that moves me on to my seventh part of the video, and seventh part of the video is actually going to be regarding laptops. Laptops have been there for a long time. They have been couple of like a hybrid and all that, but I seriously think that laptops are there and they should be there, but the laptops should actually be more powerful now, because you know the growing tasks of creative people like artists, etc., they are just growing every day. So the laptops have to incorporate better chipsets and better internal hardware and software, yeah, combined with Windows 10. And that's by the way the next part, not the next part, but I think I don't know what I mean. Okay, let's just talk about it later. And I think laptops should actually be more on the focus more on productivity, and should actually open up more to developers, because I believe laptops like Windows 10, laptop softwares like Windows 10 and Mac OS have Mac OS have have this tendency that they're not very open to developers, because I mean they're open, but they are basically to a limited amount of things, and they should actually be publishing more of the apps, especially in Windows. A couple of days back, Chrome installer got released on Windows, and in ours it just got pulled off. So that ways, manufacturers like Microsoft should actually release more and more apps on the App Store from other manufacturers, and just start making their Windows a little bit on the open side for other developers to just constantly release their apps on the App Store. And that brings us to the final part of the video. That's the eighth part, and the eighth part is very interesting, and it's been one of those parts that it's been very interesting parts. It's been regarding the automotive technology in 2018. I believe this has been figured out, and I think it's on its way. But I think in automotive technology, one thing which I actually do is the main focus of automotive technology is to actually retain the focus of the driver on the road. So I guess we should actually incorporate more technologies, and I think according to a report that navigation like Google Maps, etc., is actually being inbuilt into the car. And one of those concepts I was browsing on the internet regarding the the cars, and I saw this very amazing concept by Mazda and Google. They had actually built an Android. They had actually built an Android into a car. I mean, that's amazing, because most now, like right now, you're dependent upon Android Auto and Apple CarPlay in your car. But in future, for example, in 2018 or beginning 2018 or even end 2018, when you start using a car, you might see that when you buy a new car, and if it has that system, you might see that you don't even need to touch your phone, and everything including Google Maps, Assistant, etc., and Google Services, and your Google Cloud, etc., are already in the car. I mean, that is amazing, because you can actually set your temperatures from your phones, and you can actually tell the car when to start and when to stop from the phone itself. And you know, when you for example, you that happens a lot in here, not here, happens a lot in our daily lives, because you know we have to go somewhere and we just don't realize how much traffic is on the way. So you know, just for example, if you're sitting in a car and you don't check your phone for the maps when you're driving, I mean that's dangerous, because not dangerous, but that's a little bit on the side where you have a chance to, you know, just uh, losing your focus and just ramming into some barrier across the road. So chances are, you know, if the tech evolves in that way in automotive, uh, in automotive technology, or in the automobiles, I think there will be a time that you don't even need to check your phone. You just need to touch the application on the infotainment screen of the phone, that's Google Maps, and just set it out and just say like, Google, take me there, and that'll be amazing, and it'll actually give you the precise locations as it does on the phone. I mean, because I believe that Google Maps is one of the best maps out there. If you're looking for a maps app, I personally feel, because it has those color schemes and it has those directions, and it is one of the best out there, hands down. And that's about it. And I think one more thing in the technology in cars should improve it. If Android actually comes into your cars, I mean it's will be very good. Like I mentioned right now, Google Maps and all, that is all a part of Android, because you know these apps on Android, like uh, Maps, Photos, Assistant, etc., and the cloud, especially the Google Cloud. If it's all there in your car, you will be able to access all the contents from the car itself. And even, you know, Apple was actually rumored to working on this technology as well. So let's see how they come up with the technology in future. And and I guess that's for it. And wish you guys a very happy New Year, and not a very happy New Year. Wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a very happy New Year. And I think I will definitely post more videos regarding that. And that's about it. That's pretty much it. And I'll talk to you guys actually in the next one. No, I think not the next one, but that's pretty much it. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.